So, apparently Marvel Studios wants Keanu Reeves for everything. The first rumors I saw were a couple years ago, and it was Marvel Studios may want Keanu Reeves to play Wolverine. Then I start seeing articles about there's an interview with Keanu Reeves where he says that he's always wanted to play Wolverine. Then I just did a video a few weeks ago because I read an article where Keanu Reeves was in talks to play Ghost Rider in the MCU. And the hits just don't stop. Marvel Studios rumored to be interested in Keanu Reeves for the lead role in Moon Knight. Yes, Moon Knight. A lot of people don't know who Moon Knight is, and I don't even know much about the character. But I'm really excited. Like, I've read up a little bit on him, and I'm excited because I don't know much about Moon Knight. I haven't read much about Moon Knight. I haven't read any of the comics featuring Moon Knight. I've played as his character on one of the Marvel superheroes games. But I don't know anything about the character, and I'm really interested in this. But so there's going to be a Moon Knight series on Disney Plus. This has already been confirmed. They brought this out, it must have been last summer, 2019, when they announced all the upcoming Marvel stuff for Disney Plus. This was one of them. This is one that's pretty far off, and there was no casting done for it yet. Like, we don't know who's directing it. We don't know really much about it at all. But to see now that Keanu Reeves is being eyed for the role, I mean, that's great. I love Keanu and everything. I really enjoyed the sequel to Bill and Ted that just came out. Or I'm sorry, the third installment of Bill and Ted Face the Music. I didn't pay money for it because I wasn't sure it was going to be great. Like, it wasn't ultra fantastic, but it was enjoyable. It was a good bit of nostalgia. Anyway, I got an article here from comicbook.com, so I'll just kind of go through and see what they say. Casting for Moon Knight is well underway, and one new rumor suggests Marvel Studios is looking at a Hollywood fan favorite to play the show's titular character. According to a casting grid obtained by the sleuths at Illuminati, Kevin Feige and company are looking at Keanu Reeves as someone who could lead the franchise. Though it doesn't expressly state if Reeves is attached to the series, or in talks for that matter, the grid reportedly says that studio is looking for an actor in their 40s to 50s to play Spectre, a grizzled veteran turned mercenary. Buried in the initial report is that Marvel's also close to starting production on the new series. According to the same grid, the House of Ideas is ideally hoping to start production by the end of the year with the possibility of rolling cameras as early as November. So that's pretty cool. So by the end of this year, they might already be filming Moon Knight. So what, maybe next fall we'll get it? All the other series, there's like 4 series coming up. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. These series, there's like 4 series or 5 series that are already slated to come out over the next year. And then the ones after that, the She-Hulk, the Moon Knight, the Ms. Marvel, those are slated for, we don't really know when yet. So, no release date on it, no ideal release date on it. But we're getting Moon Knight, and they could start filming as early as November. That's 2 months away. It's 2 months away. Anyway, like I said, the reason I'm so excited about Moon Knight in general, I don't care who plays him. Keanu would be great, but I just think it's crazy that there's. I keep seeing all these different articles about Keanu Reeves playing this character. Now he's playing that character, and they want him to play this character. It's like, do they though? Do they, or is this like fans kind of projecting what they want? You know what I mean? I do that all the time. I think Shia LaBeouf should play Wolverine, and a lot of people question me on that, but if you don't know much about Shia LaBeouf, if you only know him as the character Beans on Even Stevens, then you should really look into his career. The dude's a brilliant actor, and he can play anything. I would trust that dude to play any role. Nothing's crazy for him. And he's a pretty small guy. I feel like he could fill the role of Wolverine. He'd have to beef up a little bit. Probably get on a cycle or 7. But I think he'd be great, man. This kid, like a kid, he's my age. Shia LaBeouf can do anything, anything. So, like I said, if you haven't seen Shia LaBeouf in anything but like even Stevens and Holes and stuff like that since he was a teenager, or even Transformers, which is where I first realized like this kid's got some acting chops. But after that, he's just done some great roles, man. Great roles. Fury. Man, he just did that Peanut Butter Falcon was really good. Like, he's so good. He's so good. He can do anything. Anyway, this is not about Shia LaBeouf. I got off on a tangent. Keanu Reeves. So they want Keanu Reeves to play everything. It's kind of weird. But yeah, like I said, Shia LaBeouf was eyed to play these roles. Keanu Reeves is being eyed to play all these different roles. Like, I feel like this is just fan speculation at this point. It's like, I don't know. I'm excited about Moon Knight, though, because of how little I know about the character. So that means I get to experience something for the first time. Like, it's not like me watching an X-Men movie where I know the characters. I know generally what the storylines are. Same thing with, like, Avengers. What was cool about, for me, with Avengers is I was never a big Avengers guy until the MCU. And the MCU introduced me to storylines that I had never read in the comic books. Now, I'm a comic book fan, but I'm mostly an X-Men guy, so I know those storylines the most. I know those characters the best. I didn't know, like, the history of Captain America and Iron Man and stuff like that. I had no idea. So it was great to experience these stories for the first time, and these characters really in depth for the first time. And I'm really excited because Moon Knight, I had never even heard of him until last year. Whereas, like, I at least kind of knew who Captain America was. Like, I knew his kind of story a little bit. I knew who Iron Man was. I'd watched the cartoons, you know what I mean? I had read an Avengers comic or two. But I'd never dove deep. Now, Moon Knight, I know nothing about. And I want to keep it that way. Like, a lot of people like would probably like to read up on this stuff and like know some of the storylines. Like, I thought about that, but then I was like, you know what? I just want to experience it for the first time, like all on its own. Just brand new story, brand new character. It's kind of like Jessica Jones. I had no idea who that was until I watched the Jessica Jones series, and it was great because I got to be introduced to this whole world I had no clue about. Anyway, video is getting a little long in the tooth. Let me see if this article says anything else. Then there's the question of the actor's availability. He's currently filming The Matrix 4, something that was delayed 6 months due to the global pandemic. After that, he's signed up to do John Wick 4. And if that goes well, they've already started developing John Wick 5, which I did a video about a while back. Not a lot of Keanu Reeves videos. Anyway, so that's it. What do you think about Keanu Reeves playing Moon Knight? I'm for it. Like I said, I don't have anything to compare it to. Like, I can't be like, I don't know about Keanu Reeves for that role, because I don't know shit about Moon Knight. But some of you might, and you might have a different opinion. What do you think? And what do you think about them casting a 40 to 50-year-old character, or actor, to play the role? Should that be the age that they're going for in this series? I don't know. What do you think? If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this podcast, subscribe or follow the podcast, because this is what I do. The podcast is called Brett Scott Daily. The YouTube channel is called Brett Scott. And every single day I put out a podcast. I try to put out a video every single day as well. So if you're interested in that, what I do is I take a random topic that I feel like talking about, usually entertainment, news, or pop culture, but it gets wacky sometimes. It goes politics, it goes I talk about sci-fi stuff. I talk about everything. It's kind of ridiculous. Stories from my youth, random stuff. But each day I try to bring something new. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel. And if you do stick around, then I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.